AI is everywhere now, but most people still treat it like magic. So, I want to give you the basic mental model. Why it sounds smart, why it makes weird mistakes, why prompts matter, and when to verify. The first thing to understand is simple. AI is not magic. The simplest version is, it predicts what should come next. Not because it thinks like a human, but because it is predicting based on patterns. A language model looks at your input and then predicts the next piece of text. Then the next one, and then the next one. That is why it can write emails, explain topics, summarize articles, or help with code. It has seen enough language patterns to make good guesses about what usually comes next. This is the core idea. If you don't understand anything else, understand this. AI is a prediction engine. But where do predictions come from? They come from training. The model was trained on huge amounts of text and data. It didn't memorize every text like a database. It learned patterns. How people explain things, how code is written, and what words appear together. That is why it feels so smart. It learned the shape of human language. Now, here's where things get weird. AI doesn't read text the same way you do. Before the model processes text, it gets broken into tokens. A token can be a word, part of a word, a character, punctuation, or spacing. So the model often deals with chunks, not a clean row of letters. This is part of why some models struggle with questions like, how many R's are in strawberry? That explains one of the strangest things of AI. It can write a good essay and then miss a tiny detail. It can help you think and then make a basic mistake. That doesn't mean it's useless. It means you need to know what you're using. It is great at language patterns. It is not automatically perfect at exact details. This also explains hallucinations. A hallucination is an answer that looks real, but it is not true. The model is not necessarily lying. It is producing something that looks like a good answer. Because these tools are trained to be helpful. They often answer confidently when they should slow down, check, or say, I don't know. So the rule is simple. Sounds right doesn't mean is right. That brings us to prompting. A prompt is not a magic spell. A prompt is context. When you give the model a vague request, it has to guess what you mean. When you give it more context, it can make a better prediction. You are not using secret words, you are giving it a better frame for the answer. For example, if you say explain AI, that is broad. But if you say explain AI to a beginner in 5 minutes, with simple examples and no jargon, now the model knows the audience, the length, style, and level. Same tool, better context, and better output. So, when should you trust AI? Use it freely for drafts, ideas, summaries, explanations, rewriting, and brainstorming. Be more careful with code, research, and strategy. Always verify important things. Exact facts, fresh information, legal, medical, financial advice, numbers, citations, and basically anything where being wrong matters. AI is really useful. It is just not automatically correct. So here's the whole mental model. AI predicts, it uses chunks of text, it needs context, and it can be wrong while sounding right. Once you understand that, the weird mistakes start making sense. The goal is not to treat AI like a genius. The goal is to treat AI like a tool. And once you understand the tool, you use it better. If you want more AI tools explained like a normal person, leave a like and subscribe.